Because he has so
Why
much
do you
life
believe
force
semen
energy.
is your creative life force energy?
When you come, how do you feel after?
Like shit, dude.
Post not clarity.
Goes, yo, when I'm grinding extremely hard, 12 to 16 hours a day, fucking is just not something that's on the top of my priority list.
So just fucking self-help, basically?
Not even, dude.
Stop
not
it.
even kidding. Not even kidding. We talked
I'm
about
so sorry.
No, I know. I was like,
Like simple pleasures,
No, I know. My brother.
You're always your own best friend on some level, you know?
I'm not even masturbating that much.
Does it bother you? Oh, no.
Not even in the slightest.
Вот вопрос, очень тонкий вопрос и так далее. Стараюсь раньше, больше месяца, 45 дней отправить на сбор в Америку, подальше. Минимум 5 недель.
50 Cent posted a 4-step plan to stop masturbation. 1, avoid the urge to masturbate. Stop going to porn websites. You've stopped that.
Yeah, you have to stop.
Make a conscious decision not to turn your head after people walk by you. So if a woman walks by you, you don't look.
Right.
Is that true?
Yeah.
3, do not go to strip clubs. When's the last time you were in a strip club?
I haven't been.
Wow. And 4, do not look at lust-filled magazines. Do you,
So are you not masturbating at all?
No.
When's the last time you masturbated?
When you have that, it's been a long time since that time.
Years?
It's been a while. Yeah, I'm grown. How would I?
Amount of thinking, like truly stupendous amount of thinking, has gone into sex without purpose, without procreation, which is actually quite a silly action in the absence of procreation. It's a bit silly.
Well,
so why are you doing it? Because it makes the limbic system happy. That's why.
That's why.
But it's pretty absurd, really.
Well, the whole of existence is pretty absurd in some kind of sense.
Yeah. But I mean, this is a lot of computation has gone into how can I do more of that?
Playboy was my gateway into full-on pornography addiction. My dad had a Playboy left out at age 5. And it's affected almost every choice I made for the rest of my life.
No.
When's the last time you masturbated?
Long time ago.
Honestly?
Sometime previous to knowing women.
Really?
That's a lot of work. You know what? It's a lot of work and it gets you nowhere. You know.
I'm shocked to hear you say that.
No, I'm not. I was never big into that world.
Let me ask something. No porno. You don't sit there on the computer and...
No.
If you have a porn addiction or you have a problem with porn, you have a problem with yourself, because I guarantee if you were the kind of man you're supposed to be, you would have no time for that and you wouldn't need it. I can confirm that's absolutely and utterly the case.
Yeah.
So the fact you even need porn shows there's a problem with you as a man, because if you were the kind of man you could be, and I genuinely believe that any man can become anything, then you'd have unlimited sexual options and you would have no interest in that, and to get a better character to play this game of life. So that's why I preach masculine excellence, because for many of the world's problems today, porn, sexual access, being respected by your peers, making sure that your wife's going to stay with you after the children are born for a very long time,
that's right,
being happy, anything, it all comes down to who you are as a man. The only answer is masculine excellence.
And do you have any advice on what to do with porn and masturbation? The less porn, the better. That's my advice. But let's make that more specific. To the degree that use of porn and masturbation is undermining your sense of yourself and providing you with a dearth of motivational reasons to get out there and engage with a real partner, then it's definitely not in your best interest, and that's what your conscience is telling you. You know, and it's the expedient at the expense of the meaningful. Obviously, right? Obviously, there isn't any more obvious manifestation of the expedient at the expense of the meaningful than pornography and masturbation. And that's hardly a heroic path.
I stopped getting high, I stopped drinking, I stopped everything, I stopped fucking girls. Matter of fact, I never had no girl when I was boxing. That's all I focused on, that's why I didn't want anything, I just wanted to fight. All I did was watch fights all day. That's all I did because that's all I wanted to be. That's all I knew. I knew all the etiquette about fighting, everything. Anything you asked me about fighting, I could tell you.
It's as satisfying to me as coming is, you know, as having sex with a woman and coming. So can you believe how much I am in heaven? I'm like getting the feeling of coming in the gym. I'm getting the feeling of coming at home. I'm getting the feeling of coming backstage when I pump up, when I pose out in front of 5,000 people. I get the same feeling. So I'm coming day and night. I mean, it's terrific, right? So, you know, I'm in heaven.
In 1993, Mimi Rogers claimed, "Here's the real story. Tom was seriously thinking of becoming a monk. At least for that period of time, it looked as though marriage wouldn't fit into his overall spiritual need. And he thought he had to be celibate to maintain the purity of his instrument. He did
crazy because this thing has become a problem. I think it's a worldwide problem, but pornography, it really messed up my life in a lot of ways. And you know, the thing is, it became a thing where I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell anybody. It was a thing that, it was my secret, nobody knew, and that allowed it to grow.
Breaks the great emotion of sex, gets more people into trouble than all the other emotions combined. And yet it's the most creative, the most profound, and the most divine of all of the emotions. It's not the emotion that gets people into trouble, it's their lack of controlling it and directing it, transmuting it, which they would be readily able to do if they had self-discipline. So it is with other faculties of the body and the mind. It's not that you have to change completely, it's just that you have to be the master, you have to be in control, you have to recognize the things that you must do in order to have sound health and peace of mind.
Tolstoy valued chastity and sexual abstinence. Any man can find hundreds of examples around him showing that continence is possible and less dangerous or harmful to health than incontinence. Tolstoy taught that chastity was necessary after marriage as it was before, and that husband and wife should live together as brother and sister, and recommended continence as the only natural and effective method of birth control.